You see right here now I can get those keepers off of there. Keepers come out. Okay. Now I'll let the tension off. Like that. There's the retainer and the two springs. And the valve will now push through. I'll pull it out on this side. And look at all that stuff on there. This was the only way to clean that. That's okay, not such a big deal. We'll get it. And what I'm doing is I'm putting valve, retainers, springs, and keeper in a numbered bag, just so I know how it goes back together. I want to put them all back in the same spots with the valves and keepers that came with it. And that may not be important sometimes, but just, you know, if you can, keep them in the same order, and then they go back in the same spot, and that doesn't change. That's not a variable you can look at later and go, oh, did number one valve have the spring of number two, and did that matter, and kind of thing. Anyway, there's no intake valve number 5. It's just the order that I've written them from one end of the head to the other. So this is the 5th valve down the head. And so I'm just putting them in a bucket like that. Okay, so I got the keepers off that one. Release that slowly. Got the retainer and the 2 springs. Okay. And then we're going to push that valve out. And there it is. Down like that. I put a washer up in there because this is kind of bent. I'm trying to protect the bottom of that valve. There it is. Okay, one of the keepers flew out here. Okay, there's the keepers. Put this off slow. Okay, same thing. Here's the retainer. And the springs. And now the valve. Just a little O-ring on that one. Push that valve through. And there it is. Okay, the last one. I'll get that started. And I think I'm going to try and get that washer in there to protect the valve a bit. Okay, now I'll put the tension on it. There you go. That pop you heard was these 2 retainers coming out quite forcefully. They jumped right out of there. All right, we'll let the tension off of this. And we've got the same thing here. 2 springs and that. And we'll pull that valve out like that. All right. All right, and we'll set this aside and we'll use the same tool to install them when we're ready. Okay, let's size that up. This one's got a lot of gravel, even the little rock right there, look at that. That one's full, and This would be the intake here. This one wasn't too bad. Remember, there was a few pebbles that had come down that one and gone into the cylinder, but not too bad. But even a few pebbles wouldn't have been good. Looks like there's a, I don't know what that grit is. That's just a normal grit in behind on the exhaust valve. The exhaust valve's always smaller, eh? You know that? Intake's always larger, exhaust's always smaller. Look at the gravel and stuff in there. Just look at that. So what I'm going to try and do is not get it down in the guide. I don't want to create abrasion in the guide. But we'll get some solvent, we'll get this cleaned out, blow it out, give this a good cleaning. And do the same with the valves. Okay, I think we got it. Yeah, and there were 2 more items on each valve. There's the bottom here, the spring sits on, and a valve seal, okay, or the stem like that. So what I've done is I've taken those off and I put those all in the same bags, like the numbered bags. But I think what I'm going to look for is a set of new valve seals when I put this together. So what I did was I sprayed some PB Blaster down in here, and I'm just trying to pick up the worst of it with some paper towel. And I'll move this along with to some compressed air after a bit here. Try and get the worst of it out with a rag first. Push that right through. It's not the right towel, I know. Should have a rag, but this is working. Try that one. See if we can get that through. Okay. Yep. That's the worst of it. Okay, now I'm going to get some compressed air, blow that out, and then we'll get some solvent.